Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm back here in the living room studio as well, shooting another product video. Today we're gonna shoot a watch commercial that looks like this. So the opening shot was shot on this macro lens here, and it's actually pretty simple. The watch was rigged up to that magic arm, and what I did is I used my tube light to reveal the watch. And in post, I just masked out the white part of the watch to make it more interesting. I just want to tease the product in the beginning. What is it? Like, you don't really see that it's a watch in the beginning. So I just want to tease it with just the metal shining and appearing from the dark. So that was the intention behind the shot. Pretty simple. And then just added some movement in post with that movement of light, and just pretty effective in the beginning. And the viewer wants to know what kind of product is it. Same as for the second part, I just lowered the watch a little bit to have just the top here. Now you can tell, is it a watch? You can see a little bit more of the product. And I just used my light tube again and came from the back to the front to reveal kind of the watch. It's just some teasing shots in the beginning combined with the right music makes a little cool atmosphere in the beginning of the video. So this is going to be the opening shot, and I placed the watch on the tripod head here, and it's pretty smooth when I rotate it, and I placed it right in the center. And the reason for that is I want to reveal the watch from the side. So I have this watch on an angle that it's on an angle to the camera, and then I'm just gonna rotate it towards the camera. And as I was doing that, I'm just gonna turn off all the lights, and then I'm having my light panel here, the Compact 40 from Nanlite, and I'm just gonna raise it up until I see a little bit of light at the edge of the watch and kind of tease what it is. And once the light hits the watch, I'm gonna just rotate this head here towards the camera, and it opens up that we can see that it's actually a watch. And this shot is gonna be right in the beginning. In the beginning I might add another teaser shot of some metal, but the problem is the watch I'm shooting, it's an older watch. It's a little scratched already, so it might be difficult to get like a clean metal surface, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, I just wanna reveal the watch in the beginning, and just with that movement, it's gonna take me a few tries to get that coordination right. But it's going to be really worth it because it looks really cool. And yeah, so you don't always need a Lazy Susan, an electronic Lazy Susan. You can just use what you have. This tripod is pretty smooth, and obviously you have to mask out the tripod head here in post, but because it's all dark, going to be all dark, it's going to be easy anyways. So yeah, it's a pretty cool technique to use your tripod. So this is the shot of the clockwork, the really close-up shot. And as you could see, I have my Laowa 24mm here rigged up on that slider here, but I'm not going to use the slider, I just have it for stability. And I just got it right up against the clockwork here at the back of the clock. And what I'm doing is I left the blinds open and the window to give it a nice edge light on this side. Just a little bit to get a little bit of more detail on that side. And then what I'm gonna do is I have that Compact 40 here from Nanlite. It's a soft light, and it's softer than the light tubes I usually use. And I'm just gonna move around the clock here, just like that. And it's all about experimenting, like with these shots, with the reveal. I just wanna go it over the clockwork just to reveal it a little bit. And you can just try from further away. It's just about experimenting how you can do that. And yeah, I just wanna, this is the second shot in the commercial, and I just wanna tease it a little bit more, like what's going on here. And it's cool with the movement of the clockwork at the back. But yeah, and I'm gonna add some movement in post and then just make it more interesting. And then the shot will look great. For this shot where the clock rotates on its own axis, I was thinking like it's a little hard to pull off on my tripod with the movement. It won't look as smooth. So what I thought is I just have the watch here on the mirror, like on the side. And then when I rotate it like this, It just is the same movement, but it's way smoother. So this is basically what I did. I used my soft light here, and then I just used my light panel and placed it somewhere around here. And then I rotated the mirror again, and then at a certain point that soft light hits the glass of the watch here, and then I just rotated it away from that. So just having that accent of light from that soft light coming in on the glass looks really cool, and I just wanted to go through with that, and then I just rotated it towards that. And in post, I just masked out everything and made it all black, and then flipped it 90 degrees. And then it just looks like that the clock is coming towards the viewer of the video. So it looks really cool. So yeah, sometimes you have to use your imagination and play around with it a little bit in post to get the shot right. But I think this turned out really well for this one. So again, this shot was shot on the Laowa 24mm probe lens, and just a close-up shot of the front part of the clock, and just simply revealing it with the light again. I think you've seen that in that video. But what I want to show you in this shot is how I rigged up the clock, and it's just have it on that magic arm, and I just rigged it up like this, and I just fixed it around that arm here, made it really tight. And the cool thing about this is I have it mounted on that tripod, and whenever I want to get a different shot, I could just like change the angle here like this if I pan or tilt the tripod, or I can just like raise it up when I change the height of the tripod. It's just like simple, and it's kind of fixed here, but because it's on a tripod, you can get a lot of different angles of the watch. You can put it from the side. So this is a really cool trick when you're shooting a watch or something. You just rig it up to a magic arm, and then you just can have the freedom when you rig it up on a tripod to get a lot of different angles when you want to. So for the hero shot, I placed the watch on this mirror here, and this is actually a pretty simple shot at the end. I just opened up my blinds here and just had this curtain before to make it more softy light. And then I looked at the monitor and I said, this looks really cool. Like, it's basically a huge source. I had this open up a little bit more, and it's just a huge soft box coming in from the side, and it just looked so good. And then I just rotated this mirror. I have it here on a Lazy Susan. I just rotated it really slowly, and it's a cool ending shot. Just make sure the watch is right in the middle, so it turns like on its own axis. And yeah, that's basically it. And I just added some movement in post, like a little push in. Yeah, pretty simple shot, but it looks really cool. Sometimes you don't need fancy lighting equipment. Just use the sun, which is the huge light out there, and just diffuse it a little bit, and it looks so good. So that's it. Thanks so much for sticking around until the end of the video. I hope you'll learn something today. A free and easy way to support the channel is hit that like button, and if you like the stuff that I'm doing, you might consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a message on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video.